So yeah, Scott, if you want to come and meet me, lad. Don't even want an apology off you, mate. But if you want to get a meet on with me, lad, just me and you, let me know, mate. I'll come and meet you. The only reason you're with them is because you probably took that journey. You probably moved out of Birmingham to another HMO somewhere, and they're in the vicinity there somewhere. Don't trust them. Why? Do you think you're dealing with? Look, you know when you're not in the ring, you know when there's no referee, you know when there's no corner but he's shouting and encouraging you, you know when there's no bell to give you 2 minutes for rest or a minute of rest. It's a different ball game. And when you've got a helmet out of shape, half man, corrupted to fuck, you can let him swing and fucking swing and then hospitalise him. All in 5 minutes. That's out in 2 minutes. You let him, then hospitalise him. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? They haven't got a fucking clue. They're living in cuckoo land. They're living in Sam Walker land. That's what they're living in. They're living in Sam Walker land. What happened to the Stalker can happen to him, and he thinks it can't. That's how fucked they are. Get late to the town. But a little down at a down. Stu's views. Ben said join him then, Darren. Oh, he would. He loves this. Getting a bit of attention off Big Darren G. Yeah, I can come back now, have an argument, say a few things, get me clicks going. He loves this type of shit. The reason I've stepped on the page is because I'm seeing use a vulnerable man, and he's getting him in a lot of trouble in the last few months. He's getting him in a lot of fucking trouble in the last few months. He's going to jog him on down the line. What's Scott getting jogged on looking like? A racist? Scott Piss walking down the street, known racist. What's going to happen to him? Scott's not a racist. He's just fucked. Do you understand what I'm saying? But the way they're letting him portray himself, fuck Ben. He's not the main character here. It's Scott. Scott's the main character. If Scott wants to speak to me, I'll speak to Scott. If Scott wants to go for a scram with me, I'll go for a scram with Scott. If Scott wants me to do a live with him on his live feed, I'll do a live with Scott. But fuck, they're using him. They're all rats. My opinion's not changed on any of them from years ago. You know, I'm not here thinking this isn't a first little run-in with this little helmet. Screaming and shouting all horrendous things about me years ago, mate. Don't get your shit in a twist. And he got called out. And he got told to give me his address. And he got told umpteen times, give me his address. I'll come off here. And I'm half an hour away from your house. He gave me an address. It was the wrong address. That's a shit house for you, isn't it? That was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. As I say, the only reason I'm back on that page is because I'm witnessing a kid I put a lot of fucking energy into get destroyed by a pair of kids that are deliberately harming him. How old's Scott? How old's Ben? All right. There's a reason why Scott acts 10 years younger than Ben, when in fact he's 10 years older than Ben. There's a reason for that. And it's not drinking drugs. Drinking drugs makes Scott more of an adult. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Drink and drugs give Scott confidence that he hasn't got. Other than that, he's like a child. So God bless Scott. God bless his little journey. He's not a bad man. I know he's made a few racist comments when he's pissed. He's called a lad from, where's Birdman from? He's more like Afro-Caribbean than what he is Pakistani, isn't he? What is he? Am I right? Am I wrong? So what in the fuck would fucking, why in the hell would fucking Scott turn around and call my man, who's got close to a fucking afro haircut, a fucking Asian kid? Is that not telling you right there? Isn't it? You know what it is with Scott as well, right? He's got to take, it takes about 30 seconds before he's hard. Does that make sense to you? If you watch him right and he's in the background and the turd will be deliberately doing something to fucking encourage him to act fucking daft, but it won't register with him for about 5 seconds, and then it'll register and you go, oh yeah. You know, this is what I'm saying, though. That's the slowness of his thinking. And when you're thinking like this, you're vulnerable. You can't react. You're passive as fuck. Poor Scott, mate. Poor Scott, lah. I don't know how he does it. I know how he does it. Get straight back on the bottle. When he wakes up, drink. It's the only way he's doing it. What happens with people like Scott, people like me brother, people like some of your family members that are fucked on drinking drugs, what happens with them is they cannot handle the dark place on the come down. And because they always go into this horrible, nasty, dark place on the come down, they've got to get back on the drink and drugs as early as possible to get them away from that mentality. Now, when they can't make money, when they don't make money, these individuals with this type of mindset, when they're not on TikTok and they're not making money on TikTok, they'll get the pip. Scott will get his pip. And that pip will carry him getting pissed, getting drunk, taking drugs, look after his sister and the kids, sends them money all the time. But he'd have a breather of a week or two where he'd just be in his room buying the cheapest ale he can every other day or something to fucking calm his fucking nerves or whatever the fuck he's doing. But when he's got dough every day and he's drinking every day and he's getting substances put up his nose every fucking weekend, well then you're looking at someone that when these leave him, because they're going to leave him in the lurch, they're using the fucking life out of him. When these leave him in a year or two, the dark place he goes into is going to be 10 times more darker than it's ever been. And he won't have the strength to climb out of it. He won't have the money to get the substances to get him out of it. Why? Because they'll destroy him before they leave him. He won't be able to show his fucking face on the street. He'll be that shook. Honest, the shit that coming out of his mouth is making it risky for him. Spud's saying he don't take nothing. You're fucked in the head, aren't you? There's a reason why they call you Spuds. Spuds. Spuds, mate. This is how fucked the world is, isn't it? You know, some of the most famous people in the fucking country are people that can cook a jacket spud. The most famous people, iconic people in the fucking country are some people that can cook a fucking jacket spud. And there's only one way you can cook a jacket fucking spud. You don't need no skill. You put it in foil, put it in the oven for 40 minutes. Ta-da! For some reason, you sots think that is miraculous. Innit, OJ? You fucking know, lad. You know, lad. You're off your head. You're in my space, chatting your poo. I've just give you a fod slap and you don't know what to do. Now do us a favour, kid. Take your bird the skid and fucking leg it. Go and jump in your finance fucking scooter, lad. Take your bird for a spin round the local park, have a little jabber with it. Stop coming in my space thinking you're off your fucking barney. Alright? Flying around with your bird, pair of 1 fucking 10s on, thinking she's beautiful. Trackies rolled halfway up her fucking legs because she can't put shorts on. Why? Because her legs are ruined. Got cellophane all over the back of them and shit. Pure cellophane legs. Your bird like a roll of cellophane. Yes, Dolly Daydreamer. Look, a spud's coming in. Scared to have Ben. If Ben's your leader, lads, I suggest you shut your fucking mouth right now. Okay, parrot. Ben, 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 Ben. If you're that far up his fucking backside, lads, don't even open your mouth to me. What? I'll scream at you fucking die, and your ma will feel the vibrations, lads. I'll have your ma screaming my name out. Darren, Darren, Darren. Stop screaming at Spud's husband. I'll annihilate your family, Spud. What is it? The Spud family. Shit, watch out, here's the Spuds. You all roll down the street like a little firm of potatoes with classics on surrounds. Watch out, there's Mother Spud. She can do wheelies. Watch out, there's Father Spud. He can do a skid. Watch out, there's Big Man Spuds. He hasn't got a leggy one yet. He's got calves like a cow. Fucking hell, man. This is what happens when you come into my space, lad. Thinking you know something. Thinking you know anything. You know fuck all. When you come in here, you're different. You're dealing with a different character. A man, fully intact. No manhood removed. That makes me and you different from the get-go, my mate. If you can sit there and hug and have a drink and share a spliff with a man that's willing to slip and slide up next man's meaty, sleety, and you're putting your lips round that joint, you're like a walking STD, you spuds. Fucking get out me live, lad. We don't like STDs in my runes. You fucking leg it, eh? You got pyres like a pile of grapes from Asda, you. Swing-a-ling, swing-a-ling. Oh, ignore the stalker. He's heard that I spoke on Holly. He's heard that I will raise his kids with Holly because that cunt can't, it's obvious. And now he's in here now, trying to blag his nut. Innit, Biff to Red? How are you, Biff to Red? You alright? You got an head like a Benson and Hedges now, lads, haven't you? What's happening, Biff to Red? Hey, Super King Fod. Yo, Tintin, come and light that bifter. Is Tintin still on the scene? Is Tintin still having a go charged up? He bursts on when he's had a line. Slides in on his rollerblades. And then hits his come down. He's missing for days. Getting back into normal life. Comes Thursday, bang! Slides back into view on his rollerblades. Bang! Come down. Where's Dave gone? Dave sat over there in the corner. See Dave just slip. Hey, Dave's on ice, isn't he? See him just bail out the whole situation dead smooth. Slid into the corner of some box room over there, hasn't moved, sitting there like that. Fucking Dave, get on him, look at him for a man. And you know he's had his wicked way with Corey, Ben, fucking Curly Tots. You just know it, don't you? So, just made me sick. Just made me sick, mate. Just thinking about it. Horrendous. And you know they've been together, don't you? You know they've all been under the same roof, haven't they? All got together like a TikTok party. Way. All the big creators meeting up, not a female in fucking sight. If it was a butcher, you know. Fucking big redhead like that, fucking earrings, tattoos all over it. Bombing Dave from behind with a plazzy one. Dave taking it like a man. Man! This one's been trying to get in for ages.
Hi.
Hi, you okay, mate?
I'm good.
I don't play games.
Yes.
Well, she was pretty, wasn't she? A pretty Muslim woman. When you get a Muslim woman, beautiful. Get them, tear them, pull them, bell them, throw them, whatever you want. Don't be shy approaching Muslim women, you know. Just because they're Muslim women doesn't mean they've got a man. Trust me, Muslim women are beautiful. Well, a lot of them. As in all sorts of communities, you've got the dregs of society. And we keep them hidden. You know, we keep them hidden behind screens, behind blinds, locked in rooms, and hid in burqas on some occasions. But the rest of them are beautiful eyes. You know when you've got an Arab woman with green eyes? Imagine what you could do to that Arab. Come on, yous red-blooded males, have a little thought. I know your woman might be sat there thinking, oh. Just give it a little think. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I would scream the Quranic verses at this woman just for a kiss. I would wear a rag on my head, just for a hug off this woman. But that's a fantasy world. Keep it real, people. But as I say, you know, plenty of fish in the sea. Because they're Muslim doesn't mean they're off. You can't go near a Muslim woman. Fuck that. Muslim women are beautiful, mate. And if you can get yourself into one, get yourself fucking into one. Even better, impregnate her if you can, la. Why? Because you'll have a beautiful fucking kid, mate. Trust me. And this isn't me hating. This is me admiring beautiful women, regardless of the faith, regardless of the colour, regardless of the dress sense. I know a beautiful woman by her fucking eyes, mate. You can see if a woman's alive or dead. Just look in the fucking eyes, mate. Honest to God. You'll know if they're alive. If they're alive, they're all good. If they're dead here, they're dead here. Trust me on that. And when they're like that, they want to dead you off. Trust me. Obviously, I look in the eyes and think, wow. And that's not it. I just go, shit, your wife material. Fuck that. You know, look at the body. You know, if you like a tracksuit tyre, slim, go for hundreds and hundreds of miles. Nice. But if you like a tractor tyre, slow, don't go fucking nowhere fast. All the eyes in the fucking world are never gonna make you fucking beautiful, my love, okay? Get down there like a combine harvester. Go and plough them fucking fields. You're like a machine, girl. You're like a fucking machine. Got good doctors saying respect women at all costs. But some aren't women and they've decided they don't want to be women. Why? Because they're training like men. They're eating like men. They're shitting like men. They're farting like men. They're burping like men. They're built like men. They're treating women like men. What do you mean? Treat all women with respect. Half of them have lost their fucking ways. I can be walking down the street and I've got this CrossFit bird nearly snapping me jaw. Why? Because I looked at her ass. It's hard to miss it. It's fucking huge, mate. It's like two backs on the back of someone's legs. Shaking the fucking pavements. My fucking fries are flying out of my mouth every bite. This big CrossFitter in front of me. Protein drink on a fucking shoulder. Orange drink on a fucking hip. Sun grip tensors. She's only going to shop for bifters. Oh, them CrossFit bears, they all smoke bifters, mate. They're like your granddad just got off the ships. Big heavy kid, comb back man heads and that. I've done 20 years in the octagon. Yeah, it was good, got a few injuries. What they all look like later on. Fucked. Go and look at all them fighters like that's been fighting all the fucking life. All the money they made. They're putting into surgery to get their ears fixed and shit. Honest? Remember Michael Bisping burst on the scene? Slid right into the situation from Wolf's Lair Gym before it got burnt down by Team Coben. By Heron and that. Remember he just slipped on the scene? He come out of there fucking ruined. He ruins. He's got his beard writing his bullet points on his fucking podcast and shit. He doesn't know what's coming next. He's got to look at what's like, it's 4:15, we need to bring this in. They're all covered in Botox. Still trying to proclaim the fight life is a good life. Mad, encouraging thousands of young men to go in for 10, 15 years and come out the other side fucked. And I mean fucked. Why? Because these lads aren't being trained in tranquil environments. Even just rolling with someone is like grappling in a match. They don't know how to gauge their intensities, and the trainers aren't showing them how to gauge their intensities proper. So if you've got a kid who starts training at 13, by the time he's 23, he's had a couple of discolorations. Might have had a knuckle break, might have had a toe discolation, might have had a nose break, definitely got a nose break. Definitely got a nose break in the first 3 years. And this is what you're doing to your kids. You know, by the time they're 40, mate, ruined. Why? Because they think they're in the game. So they're having these low-level fights, thinking they're going to get into these high-level fights when they're just not. So they're taking pure beatings in the process as well. And then physical beatings impact on the spiritual aspect of the kid. If you're always taking a hiding out here, it affects the warrior within. If you're always taking defeat, and getting bricked up over it, the warrior within is damaged highly. Your kid will develop more as a spiritual warrior that will stand his ground against anything in adulthood. If you put him into a gym to gain the fighting skills, but not used as a punch bag. So the family here, the family there, they both got 10-year-old daughters. This dad wants his daughter to be able to protect herself, know the discipline, understand herself more, and this dad wants his daughter to be a fighter. So this dad's sending his kid to class 3 times a week, developing exactly the same level of skills this one's getting. But this one will just stick with the training for years, get more advanced, get more technical, get more fucking spiritual, get more fucking ready. And instead of this one doing the same, gaining the wisdom, gaining the knowledge, getting the accolades, they start kicking into fighting 3-4 years later. Black eyes, punched noses, fucking all this. You're just letting your daughter get battered. You're letting your daughter get battered. And you know, when she's 30 on the streets, all the shit she's gone through doesn't prevent her from getting hurt. Does it? Think about it. I've seen and know of MMA fighters who are all the fucking world on here, and boxers in Liverpool. Seen it all, me mate. You have all these big iconic fighters that are getting your things off Frank Warren and all this shit, and they're all on your telly, and you think they're the hardest kids in Liverpool. Look at the boxing families, the fighting families. They get into a rough and tumble with a fucking brawler and it's over for them. It's over for them, honest to God. Seen many of kids getting weighed in. For some reason, when I was a kid, I seemed to just fight with the boxers. Why? Because when we were kids, it was the boxers that were the bullies. Give a shit what you say. When we was kids, not everyone was fighters. You had 1 or 2 families that were fighting. All the brothers would go boxing training. The rest of us couldn't afford it. So we couldn't go in the bus that they were going in. But they used to bully everyone. That's the way it was. And I weren't being bullied, so I ended up fighting with them. Not lying. Honest to God, no one else would have them a fight, I'd have it. Even if I was getting fucked by them, I still had it with them. And that mentality hasn't gone nowhere, you know. Like if you've got a little coke sniffing boxer on your estate that's getting in the paper, You know, they get in the echo, like your Derry Matthews, your peoples like this. You know, they've got the opportunity in the world, but the coke. This is what they end up like. These are the iconic individuals for your kids. These are the paths the kids are following. You're not following. For some fucked up reason, when you're putting your kid into boxing, you think he's following the path of Muhammad Ali. When you put your kid into MMA, you think he's following the path of Roy Gracie. Do you understand what I'm saying? When in reality, your kid's following the path of fucking Conor McGregor, a gangster, a coke sniffer, a woman beater, flamboyant, egotistic, materialistic, empty in a shell. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's who your kids are following in the footsteps of. Not a Royce Gracie, not a Muhammad Ali, not true professionals, drug-free, drink-free, love the world, love everyone in the world. That this isn't what your kids are following these days. They're following complete fucking helmets. Look at them. Look at the iconic people that they're giving us for your kids to follow. These people just don't get there by accident. They don't get these £1 million fights. It's deliberate. So when they're deliberately putting Tyson Fury on a pedestal, encouraging millions of kids to look up to this kid that's always fucked off his face on drink and drugs. Doesn't matter where it is or what time of year it is. Every year you're going to see him twatted off drink and drugs. And this is what your kids are looking at. And this is what you want your kids to look at. This is what the government want your kids to look at. They don't want your kids looking at that professional white kid there that doesn't take a drug, that doesn't get drink, that doesn't take drink, that doesn't harm birds. They don't want that true white professional inspiring your kids. They need the Darren Tills. They need the Derry Matthews. They need the Furies. Do you understand what I'm saying? When within our societies we've got pure professional sportsmanship like people who don't get the recognition. Why? Because it's not fitting the narrative. So you look at our community. Who represents us? Who represents us in that world? Furies, Smiths. All fucked on drink and drugs. Now who represents the black community? One of the most professional boxers this country's ever produced. Drug-free, drink-free, likes the world, encourages help all over. Anthony Joshua. Now in that community, them 10-year-old young lads are all looking at Anthony Joshua. I want to be a professional. I don't want to take drugs. I don't want to get fucked up. I don't want to be with all these girls and all these shit parties. I want a good life and this is how I'm going to do it. That's their inspiration on purpose. That's their audience. That's their iconic figures. Every one of them smashing it. Not one of them getting fucked up on drinking drugs. Encouraging them community of lads to become something very fucking powerful. Over here, we've got dickheads who are getting the stages. They're getting the stages on purpose. These aren't true professionals. They're going through court proceedings. They're being arrested. They're affiliated to organised crime groups around the fucking world. This is what your white lads being encouraged to look up to and be inspired by on purpose. It's not racist. It's a valid fucking point. Think about what you're letting your kids get involved in. Trust me. Listen, you know when you walk down the street, wherever you are, when you look at the shit that's going on in your communities, when you look at the people that are bumming and begging on the streets, when you look at the people that are doing mad shit, it's the white and the black community. Look at them. Look at all the homeless kids, the white and black. Look at all the prostitutes, white and black. Is this not hitting home? Is this not like registering? need to wake the fuck up within our communities and understand what the fuck the government have done to us since the 80s. Don't care if you're black, white or what the fuck. Look what they've done to our communities while protecting another community. You don't need to be racist to see this. In the 80s, they put smack into the white communities. They put crack into the black communities. Before you know it, the white and the black community are mixing. Why? Because they need smack and they need crack. We're destroying each other now. We're destroying each other now. You got white and black communities living hand in hand, destroying each other. Using and abusing our women and our girls on the streets. And letting that community over there that's getting protected pick who the fuck they want out of it. This isn't good for you as a black kid, and it's not good for you as a white kid. Trust me on this. It's us poor communities that are suffering. They don't give a fuck about our skin colour. They don't give a fuck about what they're doing to us. We need to start giving a fuck about what they have been doing to us for 40 years. 40 years. Your ma and dad started smoking crack and smack because them put the shit in our community. You know who they used to supply the heroin in the country in the 80s? The Pakistani immigrants. That's who brought the smack in. That's who brought heroin into this country. The same Pakistani immigrants that came in the 70s and 80s. The same ones that got you all fucked off drugs. The same ones that opened the shops up, smack banging your estates and started abusing your girls. The same community that's fully protected right now and it's continuing to go forward. It's still happening as we speak. You know, what you don't hear of is how many young Muslim girls are being abused by their fathers. You don't hear this shit, do you? You don't hear how many young Muslim girls are being abused by their brothers and their fathers in every way imaginable. And it's massive. And the government know about it. Why? They've been pushing it into the Sharia courts and keeping it out the English system. The amount of cover-up that's going through them Sharia courts in London over the last 20 years, and I mean major cover-ups. No one gets privy to the cases. No one gets privy to the documents. No one can see what people are being convicted for. No one can see what the hearing's about. There's no one there validating this as a real thing or that. No one there protecting victims of crimes. They go into the Sharia court, it gets dealt with, shut up, brushed under the carpet. You have got hundreds of thousands of young Muslim girls that are being absolutely fucking ruined by their own brothers and their own fathers and uncles. And no one's chatting shit on them, are they? No one's raising a concern for them young girls. Look what they do to our young girls because they're white. Imagine what they're doing to their own fucking daughters because they want to be westernised. You see all these girls born and bred to immigrants in this country. They want to go out and dress like your mum. Eloquent, nice, not covered up to the hilt. I don't mean cleave out, I don't mean thigh out. I mean like your mum that's not a slapper. Do you understand what I'm saying? Loads of these girls want to tap into this way, let the hair down. They want to go out, they want to feel free, they want to try a bit of makeup. They want to be beautiful and what they want to be. But they're getting tethered in their own houses. They're getting forced to educate. This is what's happening to the kids. And this isn't me hating again. This is me speaking fucking facts. And I've got a dickhead, don't speak for us, please. I'll speak on what the fuck I want. Yous. I don't speak for yous. I speak for me. Don't speak for no one. Speak for myself. Your shit, you can't use that shit when you want to hide all your ill-gotten fucking rewards you get in that religion. You can't keep on going, oh, this is this. It's not, it's facts. It's facts. You can run all you fucking want. The shame is there. You're not getting away from it. You know, it's going to boil over and you're all going to be taught a lesson if you don't hold yourselves accountable. Do you think it's just going to get brushed under the carpet because you get a new law brought in? So we're getting this new law, Islamophobia. Is that what you're calling it? All right, well, let's just bring it back to what it is. It's Pakistani men. Fuck Islam. Let's bring it back to race then, eh? Because this is where the government wants it. Why? Because the biggest division in this country, as and always will be, race. Fuck your religion. When religion fails, it comes back to race. It's where they're always been. So when they're dividing our communities because we're black and white, there's a reason. It's fuck all to do with religion. It's race. You think you can be protected because you can't call it a Muslim problem? Sounds it's a Pakistani man problem. That's not being Islamophobic. It's telling you how it is. That's like saying it's an Irishman, a Scottishman, a Welshman. No, it's a Pakistani man that's raping our kids. So ignore these new fucking laws that they're screaming and shout because it's a farce. And when you've got all these Tommy Robinsons and all that going on, freedom of speech, freedom of speech, it's another farce. It's another misdirection by an agent of the Israelis. That's what Tommy Robinson is. He's going to all these protests, he's going to get all families and all these people involved thinking they're on the same page as the grooming page. He's shifted, he's forgot about that. He's done his damage to the Islamic community with that. And so fucking be it. But now he's left it all behind, he's jumped over there and he's invented a money-making thing. What's that? Speech? Speech. It's for nothing. You don't have to go and buy it and reinvest and dish it out in deals. You just own it. And once you own it and you've got a movement supporting you, you're a millionaire forever. Why? Because it's speech. If you don't say shit, you won't be prevented from saying shit. This is his angle. So his shout on freedom of speech is, you can't call that a fucking horrible terrorist. That's what he wants to be able to say. My free speech is having an opinion. Fucking hell. That faith's mad. That faith's horrendous. That's not hating on anything. It's saying faith. That faith is horrendous and the people that practice it are all devils. You're not hating on no one. You're saying that faith. Do you get what I'm saying? You know, as long as you don't mention a name, you're sweet. So he's captivating on something that's going to drag all your attentions onto bullshit, thinking you need to have a protest so you can talk. You keep your door closed and have a conversation with your mate. You can say what the fuck you want. If you're on social media screaming hatred, well, there you go. The speech law is being implemented because you've got too many people screaming too much shit on social media. You've got the shit houses in society that when they're seeing that Muslim woman with a hijab on going to the shops in the town and she's on the bus, the shit houses that can't do nothing are now screaming at these defenceless old women, which is making them shook up to fuck. So you're getting all these laws coming in as a way of protecting that community more. Why? Because the more shit the Pakistani nonsense do, the more hated the whole community become. And everyone that's in it, including the women, the daughters, the children, it all starts getting affected. And the government know this. And what they're trying to do is prevent that from happening. But what they do when they do this is they take a gap out of the reaction mode. They're avoiding the reaction, so you're skipping a process. And when you skip a process, you go from here to there, bang, like that. So at the moment, people can scream and shout and feel and say what they want. When that law comes in, they can't. So what normally happens, something that antagonised them, something provoked them, something that enraged them, they'd come out on here and go, rah, 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 and then calm down and go through a process and then be better. Now they can't. So they're going to be raging, and instead of having the process where they can scream, calm down and be better in the mind. The cut off, raging. So now you've got this man raging. What happens? When you've got 100,000 men raging and not allowed to scream and shout about it, what happens? Doors go in, businesses get burned, people get killed, religious institutes get burned to the ground. This is what happens. It'll happen when Trump loses power, so prep yourself. Prep yourself and your kids for 4 years' time. Because if Trump doesn't get back in power, the world's going off its fucking cake. Alright? You heard it here first, mate. If you want to prep for World War III, it'll be in 4 years if he doesn't get the presidency again. If he doesn't get 10 years in term, we're fucked. So prep yourself for 4 years down the line. I am. I'm already thinking, mate. I'm already thinking the last place you want to be is in this country in 4 years. If Donald Trump loses his presidency, the last place you want to be is in this country with your kids. Send your bird and your kids somewhere. The safest place you can find them, mate. Got B saying, why? You're blind as fuck, mate, aren't you? Can you not see what's going on? Can you not see the deterioration in society? Can you not see the violence? Can you not see the damage to kids? Can you not open your eyes and see all this, kid? Alright? It's took about 15 years to get here. The deterioration of society. 15 years or something. Give it another 5 years, another 10 years. You've got no society. It's Gestapo. You've got armed forces on your fucking streets. You won't have police. What you witness in Ireland is what you're going to witness here in 4 years if Trump loses power. Without you already understanding it, you've already got resistance groups forming right now. They've been forming for a couple of years. They call themselves whatever the fuck they like. Protection groups, this group, that group, whatever. These are resistance groups in the eyes of the law. When you develop groups that start taking over the responsibility of the law and order within the communities, you're classed as a threat, you're classed as a danger, not a support. They're already developing up and down the country. You've already got powerful men getting off into groups, understanding the risk on their society and developing going forward as a strong group to prevent shit happening to women and children or businesses or whatever. This is all developing already. It's all there in your faces. You just aren't watching it. You know, so in whatever you've got, the IRA, the UVF, UDA, all these fucking things in Ireland, you're going to have the equivalent here. You're going to have the equivalent here. Why? Because the government's killing its own people and the people are going to have to stand up and fight fucking back. And the only people that are going to do it are these groups that are getting called resistance groups now. So what you've got with the Free Palestine Action Group, at the beginning, that was just a protest group. Then it became a resistance group. Then it became a militant group. Now the terrorists. That's not a criminal enterprise. That's why it took them 10 years to get on an airport and attack RAF jets. It's not a criminal enterprise. That's why it took them 10 years to get on that airplane and target them RAF jets. if that's a group of people, of men with criminal connections, then you're dealing with a force to be reckoned with. When you're dealing with a group of full-hearted men, not gay men, you don't take them into theatre. Corrupted, done, go. Your group needs to be solid. Don't want no come up there or some fucking little fairy episode over here. Got to be real men who's armed to the fucking teeth and who's ready to storm buildings and keep people there fucking days and shit. This is where it's going. That's the way it's going in the future. Oh, he's been watching too many films. Have I? I don't watch fucking films, mate. I watch yous lot. I watch them lot. I watch this lot. What's your take on Palestinians? They're just like us all. They're like us all, whether you like it or not. We are in a world that is controlled by dictators and slave masters. From the day one to now, it's always going to be that way going forward as well. So just like the Palestinians, you will have the Palestinians, but then you'll also have other people in the area. So look, let's try and imagine this. Imagine the UK in the Middle East. Imagine the UK in the Middle East, right? So just imagine the whole of the UK placed where Palestine and Israel and all that shit is, right? Now what you'd have, if this country was placed there, you would have the British Empire, and then you'd have the Welsh people, the Scottish people, the English people, and the Irish people. Okay? And it'll be the British Empire that's controlling all them Scottish people, all them Irish people, all them Welsh people, and all them English people. Are you getting the picture? So when you look at Palestine, Lebanon, places in the surrounding area, you have got a British Empire that's controlling all these subjects in that area. Now, yeah, they've got sovereignty of what's happening on the streets, but just like Wales and their parliament and their council, it's bullshit. Just like Scotland and theirs, it's bullshit. Just like Ireland's, it's all nonsense. Why? Because we're controlled by the monarchy, which is the British Empire, which has colonised the whole fucking world all its fucking life. We are nothing but slaves and subjects, just like the people in Gaza. Trust me. Yeah, they're getting killed. Why? Because they're not bowing down as slaves. They're not doing as they're told. So they're getting fucking ruined. We do as we're told. We are the subjects of the biggest slave master in the world. That's why we get looked after. We are in a prison which is run by King Charles. We're his slaves. He's the richest and most powerful slave master in the history of this fucking planet. If not him, his mum, her dad. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's facts. So when you go into the Arab world and you've got a dominant force over there, they're the equivalent of our monarchy. But our monarchy still overrules theirs. So you see all these big Arabs, Saudi Arabia, all this, all that, all that. Our monarchy controls them. Doesn't matter if Saudi Arabia and all the Muslims and all the subjects believe they're not. Up there, the main man up there bows down to our main man. End of. All these millions down here mightn't have a clue. They might be working effortlessly to this cause. Blind as bats. Why? Because they're all subjects. And that's what you've got. Slave masters. Different parts of the world. Controlling us. So when you've got... The only difference with us is we're not getting shot dead. We're not getting our houses bombed. But you know the minute you start resisting, that shit kicks in dead fast. So I get hated on. You're supporting terrorists. No. Oh, you sympathise with them. I fucking do. I sympathise with Jerry Adams. Always have. Always had sympathy for that Irish cause. That mean I'm a terrorist. I'm so fucking be. Who's calling me that? The British Empire. Fuck them. Fuck them politicians. Fuck Parliament. Fuck all these local MPs. Fuck the Queen. Fuck them all. Look what they're doing to us. Look what they're doing to us. The only reason the British Empire is still fucking standing now is because of Irish blood. It is. The only reason the British Empire is protected is because of the Irish. That's it. If they didn't have the support, if this monarchy didn't have the backing of Ireland, the people of Ireland who love the monarchy, it'd fall. It's Ireland that's the institute of Christianity, not fucking King Charles. Do you understand? It's Ireland where the real fucking Christianity comes. You don't even know what the 12th of January means or July means, do you, half yous? You don't even grasp what that is. You had King James II and you had King William III. And they both went to war. One was a Catholic, one was a Protestant. The Protestants won the war, which meant Ireland remained the hub of Christianity around the world. That's what it was about. That's what the 12th of July is. It's a conflict between Catholics and Protestants in Ireland. And they call it now the Orange Day, the battle of something. But the point I'm making is, without the Irish, without the Orange Army, the monarchy wouldn't be standing. And the Orange Army, for some reason, are being blind to the damage that's happening to their own people by the hands of the monarchy. And the decisions, all the immigrants coming into Ireland, it's not our Prime Minister making that decision. These 44,000 people that have come in this year alone, these are not Prime Minister's decisions. Do you understand? These are King Charles' decisions. Whether you like that or not, he's in full control of what goes on in this country. Ignore the fucking puppets. Ignore the political elites, the posh boys, the rich boys, the high-educated fucking slaves. Fuck them. The main man making all the decisions in this country that's making this country go fucking wrong is meant to be the man that represents Christianity. He's the leader of the church, apparently. Look what he's done in the last 18 months to Christianity. On purpose. It's up to you, Irish, to reclaim that Christian identity again from these, because these have switched. These have switched. Honest to God. And I know it's a lot of provocative things coming out of my mouth there, but that's just the way it is. I don't care. I'm not doing it from a hateful angle. I'm making valid points. If you come in hating on me, my kind, I'll ruin you and your kind. Don't give a fuck who you are, what money you've got, what restaurants you own, how many cars you've got on finance, what gangsters you're related to in Bradford and all. They're all dickheads. All them gangsters in Bradford are shithead rats. I've been in jail with the most serious of them all, and they're dickheads. Most of them Muslim Asian kids that are dealing drugs, they're shithouse rats. All of them. All of them. Honest. Yeah, they run round mad in their little community. Why? Because it's not full of mad people. You put one of them in our city, in our community, smack him right bang, and he wouldn't last 2 minutes. Why? Because he fucking knows we're different breed. We're different breed, mate. Always have been, always will be. We're raised different. We're punished different. The conditions we're raised in 10 times harsher. Don't give a fuck if you came from Afghanistan. You're born and bred there. There's a reason you ran away, because you couldn't fucking handle it. You come here, end up in addictions within 2 years. Fuck yourselves, mate. He's aren't like us. He's just not like us. Who's us? The English, the Welsh, the Scottish, and the fucking Irish. You're British. You're a part of the British Empire. That's why your fucking parents were brought in here in the first place, to be slaves. Work, fucking work. The only reason you're here is to be slaves for the British Empire. Work, fucking work. You're not like us. We're not British. We're Irish, Scottish, English, and fucking Welsh. Not British like you. Doesn't matter what citizenship you fucking get. You can be called British citizen all you fucking want. You'll never be Welsh. You'll never be Scottish. You'll never be Irish. And you definitely won't be fucking English. That's what we belong. That's us. So you can all call yourself British Muslims, British this, British that, British that. Yeah, you are fucking British. You're part of the British fucking Empire, you silly bastards. It's us English, us Welsh, us Scottish, and us Irish that get persecuted off the same people you represent. There's a reason why they get favoured over us people. Because they're part of the British establishment. We're not. We're not. Never have been. It's the way you need to look at it. You need to start grasping exactly how this country's fucking run. Have you never really grew up and thought, well, how come we've got a Wales? How come we've got a Scotland? How come we've got a place in here called England? How come we've got a place called Ireland? How come we've got 4 countries in one country? Have you never really thought about that? Never really questioned it at all? Think about it. We're different. End of. We're not a part of the British Empire. We have been controlled, colonised and manipulated from the get-go. When all our nans and granddads are coming over here, we're thinking they're escaping. We get fed this history. Oh, the famine. Oh, the troubles. All this. This is why all the immigrants from Ireland come into the UK. That's a nonsense. That's a nonsense. Our nans and our granddads came here because they were sent here on purpose to work. They were sent here on purpose to do the roads. They were sent here on purpose to do the farming. They were sent here on purpose to build the houses. This is why our nans and granddads were forced over here. Ignore the history books where they tell us this, oh, loads of people were dying, so they just had to run. Bullshit. We'll get fed, the kids born in 20 years' time, will get fed a history that there was loads of people dying in Syria. There was loads of people dying in Iraq, so they had to run. They won't mention they bombed the fuck out of them and killed millions and then pull loads in to work as slaves. Don't mention that. Oh, we brought all these Pakistanis in. Oh, we just let them in to have a good life. No, you never. You brought millions in to work as slaves in the 80s. That's what you've done. The same people that are bringing these slaves in now across boats. That's what they are. They're economic slaves. Yeah, they're coming in, they're getting looked after, but then they're trapped. Then they're stuck. You can't just fuck off. You're a British citizen now. You're a subject of the king. You're his slave. No matter where you go in this world, there's a document of ownership on you. And if he wants to call you back in from wherever the fuck you are around the world, he can do so. Think about our boys who are in the military. Think about them. They're not being trained to protect our people. They're not being trained on our land, in our seas, to protect us. They're being trained in deserts to protect them. Why are our army protecting them? No. Why have we got thousands upon thousands of young men that haven't worked in this country since they've been soldiers? Do you understand what I mean? You can have an 18-year-old kid pass through and bang, he's gone. And he's gone for years, sometimes dies, doesn't come home. You think this is normal? You think we're not living in a slave trade? They're getting kids into school, into a military college, sending them all to die. You think this is normal? As I say, lad, they're doing more to protect outside worlds than what they are in this country. They're training foreign soldiers to protect us on this land, and then sending our soldiers that would down to... Listen, this is why they've done it. Look. You know why they replaced your police force with fucking helmets? Because they're not asked if they down tools and turn on them with the public. For the state of them. Look at your police force. With all due respect for these women and these men who are mothers, sisters, daughters, aunties, all this, that's what they are now. It's not the ex-militants that they used to be in the 80s and 90s. It's not the big brutes who punch fuck out of you and all aggressive manly things. They've replaced that lot. Replaced them with a more approachable, oh, it's just like your sister. Whereas before that attitude, it was us v them. When you had that police force, it was us v them. To get round that, they put them all in the back spaces and put the front line plod. People like your nana, people that don't look fit and strong and aggressive. Makes you bow down a little bit to them. Oh, you can't fucking really, look, it's only an old woman, you can't really scream at the law. So that's what they've done, backed you off. Why? Because you're screaming at your own people. A lot of the kids don't see it, but you're screaming at your own people. Not now. Why? Because you're getting all these foreigners getting positions in the police force now, aren't you? Why? Because there's no sympathy from the foreigners. No sympathy at all from the foreigners. So if them two police women who were born in Iton and one in Norris Green, and they see that 16-year-old girl drunk going off a banner a little bit, these two women will know how to deal with this shit. Bit of sympathy, bit of empathy towards the young girl. These two won't. To the book, twisted up. Is she obstructing us? Twisted up in the van, bang, don't care. That social worker, that security guard on your local Tesco, he let a few things go, a little bit of sympathy. If he does catch the kid, it's not a big aggressive assault, restrained, dropped on the floor madness. That immigrant, to the book. No sympathy, don't give a fuck, I'm doing my job. Makes it all more draconian. Why? Because they're not your people now. They give permission to foreign subjects to police homegrown subjects. There must be a loop in the law for these security guards to be working in these hotel rooms without the CSC cards. So now immigrants are doing security detail on the hotels they live in. There's a loophole somewhere. So, years ago, you had doormen and you didn't need no license, and you could be a doorman on a club, a doorman over there. You didn't need security on shops these days. But with all these millions of men, we need to make our areas more crime ridden. So we'll lower the theft offences where you're not going to jail now. And we'll make sure all them businesses on the high street start getting targeted by thieves of all natures, sizes. And why? Because everyone knows they don't go to jail. You're not even getting arrested. You can take up to £300 and nothing's happening. So now everyone's thieving for a couple of years. Oh, now we need security on the shops. Now we've got millions of jobs for these slaves that we brought in from India. Now you're seeing Indian security guards up and down the country telling your nan she can't fucking go in a shop or something. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is what they do, this dirty government. Right under your fucking noses. They be places and you're letting it happen. I always say this to people. Before I got my long sentence, early 2000s, I could walk through the city of Liverpool and I would see pure Scousers being waited on. I'd walk up a road, you'd have all seating areas outside, it'll be full with Scousers, and you'd have foreigners waiting on them, getting their coffee, getting their drinks, begging for tips. I go to jail, do a full 12 years, come out the other side, walk through my town centre, every seat is full of a fucking foreigner. And the Scousers doing the waitering, the Scousers begging for tips. How the fuck is this right? How's that right? They've done it right under your fucking noses. What with? Money and food. And what you'll notice with these Islamists, oh, we can't give you money. But the best way to a man's heart is through his fucking stomach. And that's what they do. They'll sit you down and treat you to a banquet. Got you. Little money grabbing ass sucker. Got you by the balls, didn't he? You got Saskia shopping calling Indian slaves. A lot of the doctors that help British people. No one was above any other race. Not you, chatting your shit. Bringing race into it. We're all slaves, you silly little helmet. Fuck your education. Just makes you more conditioned. Doesn't make you more powerful. Doesn't make you more intelligent. Doesn't make you more better off. Means you're more conditioned. Every doctor is a doctor to a level, and you're all sitting on the same level. There's people out there well above yous. Oh, I've got a doctor's qualification. Doctors are shit. They're killing more kids than fucking saving them. You're shit in a twist. We've just let 2 million Indians in who don't have to pay council tax or national insurance. You just let 2 million Indians in who don't have to pay national insurance. I wonder why that is. They're not slaves. No, all them slaves wouldn't come. They got sent. They got accommodated. And they got given jobs in the big AI industry that none of us are going to get jobs in. We need all you softs that are well rehearsed on computers. We need all yous that have sat on desks all your fucking life. And you've got the audacity to call us softs. I got a comment the other day, perhaps you can look in that shot. I put a video up where I've done a bit of training, show my physique a little bit. Got comments coming back. Yeah, you're able to look like that because you're not working 60-hour weeks. I just shouted back, yeah, because you're a soft working 60 hours a week. I don't have to work 60 hours a week and I'm better off than you. Yeah, I mightn't have your car, that's on the finance. I mightn't have your house, that's mortgaged up. I mightn't have your watch, that's on the drip. I mightn't have this, that and the other. But I'm 10 times better off than you, soft boy, because I'm living some life. You're stuck in a fucking box on a computer. If you're not on a box on a computer, you're in a factory like a fucking automaton. I know the software, and it's all used that managed to stay in education. It's all used that managed to go straight into full-time employment. It's all you soft that's been stuck in that employment for the last 30 years and you're 50 now. And you're trying to tell me I haven't lived life. There's a reason why you, highly educated individual, work your socks off to get these qualifications. There's a reason why you're coming into my live feed listening to an unqualified kid, isn't there? I wonder what that reason is. All your education in the world doesn't make you fuck all. Half of yous haven't got character. None of yous have got personality. You're like a fucking book. You try and have a conversation with most of yous, you're referring to books in your fucking brain instead of knowing the shit yourselves. Same with half yous religious fucking dumb nuts. I ask you a simple question. Oh, palm this. Oh, verse this. Fucking leg it, you fucking gang of rats. All of yous. Call yourself believers. Yous are all non-believers. You're all putting your heads in fucking books thinking you're getting to fucking heaven. Sick, twisted fuckers you are. You're all sick and twisted fuckers, mate, all bowing down to fucking books that's written by men with no moral compass in them at all. You need to get onto the spiritual aspect of fucking life. Understand you're locked in. You're all scream, you Islamists. They do mind control. They do this, they do that, they do this. You're locked in by the people you're hating. The same people you fucking hate designed your religion for you to be locked into. Talk about fucking mind control. They've got you locked. You can't even wash your fucking hands. You've got to wash your hand in a particular way. This is how locked in you are. Pure mind control to the fucking hilt. And you're just in denial. You want to know what mind control is? Look at religion. You want to know what group control is? Look at football. Mind control, religion, group control, football. Simple as that. Football, concerts, these are all mechanisms of group control. Look, if you've got a city with a population of 2 million, hypothetically, you've got a city with a population of 2 million people in it. They've got this big shit superstar from America, let's say Drake. They dropped him into your city, he's going to hold a concert. There's 500,000 tickets for sale and he sold every one of them. And they knew he'd sell every one of them. So they know Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we've got 25% of our population locked in that concert. We've got another 25% of our population locked in that football match over there. Do you understand what I'm saying? You mightn't see it as group control, but that's what the fuck it is. All these big so-called on the ball mind control, they use mind control to make us do shit. Yeah, religion is mind control. End of. Depending how deep you are into that, depending how fucking gone you are with the control. You'll have some ones that are on the edges of it and they'll practice this a little bit and they'll do this a little bit, but they'll still have fun. But still let their hair down a little bit, go out, enjoy themselves a touch. But then the more intense they get, the more locked off they become. Why are they becoming locked off? Because the mind's being controlled more. Completely locked off. Now it's just you and your mind, and you're locked in. The only person you're speaking to as a Muslim kid the majority of the time, because you're locked in that much, is your wife and kids. Sometimes your work colleagues. The ones that aren't locked in, they'll associate with people, you know, they're religious, but they're not full fucking SP yet. So they'll still communicate with that kid over there and not hold a bias against him. Still communicate with him or her or that or this. Do you understand what I'm saying? But the more intense they get, the more locked off and the more controlled they're being. To the point where you don't see them no more. You don't even know what they're doing in life no more. Why? Because they're fucked up, caught in a book. Getting lost in a book with no answers. You know the biggest question you should be asking yourself? The existence of life. Where the fuck did this start? That's what you should be trying to find out. Do you understand? Them books are designed to not answer that. Them books that were printed by men, doesn't matter how fucking long ago it was, they are designed for you not to get the answers to that. You don't even ask that question, do you? Because you're locked into these books. If you weren't putting hours of dedication, commitment and consistency into these books, using your energy on these books, filling your head full of shit that's in these books, you would start questioning your existence here. And you'd start searching for the answers. And you'd start wanting to get to people like across the ice wall. You'd start wanting to know what exists over there. Why aren't we allowed there? And we'd all start thinking that way. And we'd all start screaming and shouting about, hang on, what's over there? Why aren't you letting us fucking there? That's what we should be focused on. We're trapped. I've used it before, I'll use it again. We're in a waiting room and we should be going through to the next room and we're being prevented from doing so. So what happens if you're in a waiting room and the doors get locked, but you've still got people coming into the waiting room? Do you know what happens? It gets hotter, doesn't it? People get frustrated, don't they? People have been there for hours and hours and hours. Some have been there for days. Some have been there for weeks. Now you've got new people jumping the queue in this waiting room. And them that have been in that queue for 12 months. And now getting angry with this kid that just gone to the front of the queue. So now there's all shit kicking in this waiting room, isn't there? Still people coming in. And this shit's getting heavy, isn't it? But there's still people coming in. Now, instead of opening this door and letting the long-termers through to relax, they've kept it fucking locked. And if we continue to fill this waiting room that we're all in, if you look at the Channel Tunnel as the entrance to the waiting room in the hospital, we're all in this waiting room. There's still people coming through that entrance. If they don't open the fucking doors and let us go, what's going to happen in this waiting room? And that's what they're waiting for. And now instead of us focusing on the existence of life, where we came from, there's a lot more to this planet that we're being told. Let's start exploring. Let's go and find out for ourselves where we originate from. This is what we'd all start doing. But no, we're all fucked up. We're all locked into these fucking control mechanisms. It's what they are. Group control, mind control, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's how they've done it, and they're keeping our minds off the real fucking thing that we all should be focused on. What is behind that ice wall? Because the people who are treating us like this, they can't be like us. They cannot. The British Empire cannot be like us. They might look like fucking us, but inside we're different. You can't kill millions of people without feeling wrong. The fact they've been doing it since we were born, people. Not just kids from that end of the world or kids from this end of the world or that end of the world. I'm talking about kids in your own fucking country. Think about what they were doing to Ireland, mate. Any woman that wasn't married and got pregnant, they were killing them and burying them in mass graves. Think about it. This isn't 600 years ago. This is not even 100 years ago or something, this. So think about what you're dealing with. We have been getting murdered, ruined, imprisoned, starved, everything tested on, all sorts of shit's been happening to us because we're not like them. Their bloodlines aren't getting this shit done to them. Their kids aren't getting put in schools. There's no big heroin and crack addictions in their communities. There's no lack of police, no lack of community centres. This is all ours. All them rich, all them politicians, all them university educated, controlled fucking rats. They're not us. They never will be. Never have been. We've just been blind as fuck. Loads are still blind as fuck now. You think I'm chatting a load of shit, don't you? Some of you just sat there thinking, wow, he's chatting major shit. You need to open your fucking mind to understand what the fuck you are. If you're not a part of that bloodline, if you're not a part or got the citizenship of that bloodline, you're fucked in this country. We're different bloodlines, us. We come from Irish bloodlines, us. Do you understand? We come from Celtic bloodlines. It doesn't matter how. Every one of us in Liverpool, our parents, most of our parents, you've got people from Jamaica in Liverpool whose parents are Jamaican. You've got people from everywhere in Liverpool whose parents are not Scousers. But we all know what the fuck we are. Don't we? You wouldn't call yourself fucking British, would you? You wouldn't call yourself... You're not a part of that bloodline. We all come from somewhere. The existence of life. We come from someone. We have came from someone. We came from our mother. Our mother came from their mother. Their mother came from their mother. Their mother came from their mother. Their mother came from what fucking mother? What mother? Where did my ma come from? Oh yeah, she came from me nana. Okay. Where did me nan come from? Well, she came from her mum. Okay, well, where is she? You know, my kids haven't seen a picture of me nan. That's their great grandmother. It's the same with all of us. You can just about remember your great grandmother. You can't remember past that, can you? You might get a vague image of your great gran, not your nan, her mum. You might even have a little vague image of your mum's nan's mum. But you can't get past it, can you? The only people that manage to see their great gran is the royal family. Why? What gives them that privilege? That's what you need to start thinking about. Where'd you come from? Where's my bloodline originate from? Because all the books we're reading is lies. All the history you've been fed is lies. All that big boss education that you've got, you don't even use it. Why? Because it's lies. So when you're doing history classes all your fucking life to learn about the history of the world, you don't achieve nothing at the end of it, do you? You're just given a story and you believe that story. It's all bullshit, isn't it? Let's have it right. So where the fuck do we come from? You know, I'm looking at this planet and you're saying it's more white than fucking brown. But it's not. It's more brown than fucking white, this planet. Isn't it?